If you're planning on selling your car to one of those online car buying services, keep in mind it can be a bumpy road. Today I'm here to talk to you about our latest experience attempting to sell our 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E on Vroom. I know that a lot of you had commented about problems that other people had had with Vroom. Well, our last sales experience with Vroom went well. We sold a 2018 Dodge Durango. That ended up going just fine. This time, however, things have not gone fine with the sales of the Ford Mustang Mach E. We submitted an offer, or request for an offer rather, from Vroom in mid-January. We accepted it on January 28th. It was for $51,050. After hitting the accept button, it was radio silence, and that was not what I expected because last time we saw emails, etc., coming from Vroom about this deal, and they'd obviously emailed me the deal, so clearly my email address worked. Well, I had to call in a week later. They said, oh my goodness, something went wrong. We're going to have to resurrect the deal. So they resurrected the deal and said, okay, don't worry, now things are going to go fine. Between January 28th and today, I have called Vroom no less than 16 times. I have sent them reams of information about the car, all the information that their automated system requests, driver's licenses, copies of the registration, the title, copies of the title release, etc., all sorts of documentation, and the order somehow keeps getting canceled. They claim that, well, my goodness, we haven't had a response. And I say, well, how is that possible? Because we emailed your person about whatever they requested, included the documents, then they sent a reply back, clearly indicating they had received documents. So clearly there is some sort of paper trail there somewhere. At any rate, they kept having to resurrect the order every time we called back in, kept saying, oh, don't worry, it's being pushed along. Don't worry, it's being pushed along. Well, the last don't worry, it's being pushed along was sometime in late February. That's when Vroom said they had everything they needed to complete the sale. There was some debate about whether or not an electronic title release would be required or some sort of title release notification, but California is an electronic title state, so Ford said there's nothing to do. They should just be able to look it up and see that the title has been released. And indeed, Vroom ended up confirming that on a later call. But circle back to the very end of February, and as you probably expected, the order had been canceled yet again. So at this point in time, I was told after calling in 5 or 6 times, being transferred all around the merry-go-round here, finally was told, oh my goodness, we can't support the original offer letter, so we're going to have to get a new price. And suspiciously, the price was about $6,000 less than it was before. Needless to say, I wasn't overly happy with that price tag, so they said, don't worry, we can apply for special pricing, and you will hear back in 24 hours. Well, it's been more than 24 hours. In fact, it's been 5 days and no call back. And the one person whose phone number I was able to get and extension I was able to get at Vroom, well, they haven't returned any messages either. So here we are a little bit more than a month later, and I am still sitting on that Mustang Mach E. I, of course, didn't list it anywhere because I had a guaranteed offer price from Vroom. So why would I try and work another deal around that when I was expecting them to complete this sale as they had promised to? So if you're in the market to sell your car online, I don't have too much experience with the other outlets, but I can safely say that Vroom has hits and misses here. I really hope that someone from Vroom can either get in contact with us and try and fix this problem, or hopefully we can sell it on Car Gurus. There is a link down there in the description if you want to go and take a look at that Car Gurus listing. I've decided to either try and sell it privately or just trade it in on the next thing that we do, because clearly this Vroom thing does not seem to be working properly. If you've had experiences with Vroom, I would love to hear about them. Be sure and comment down there in the comment section below, especially if you've had a recent sales experience with Vroom. The car buying side with Vroom, I have heard good things and bad things about that. Specifically here, I'm talking about the selling side when you're trying to sell a car to Vroom. I would love to hear from all of you out there about that. And I have to say that, thinking back on it, maybe that Durango was a bit of rose-colored vision because there were some mix-ups with that Durango sale. There were definitely a lot of miscommunications with Vroom about what was required and what wasn't required in the sale. It turned out okay in the end, but there was definitely some drama in the middle. At any rate, let me know what you think about all that down there in the comment section below.